process to obtain LPR, functional limits, check reasonability, interpretation, and prevent result debate, prevent substance crowd. I don't know if they read A-spec, if they did, just cross-apply reasonability critique. The role of the balance determined desirably topical part first fairness and when is justify infinite self-certain interpretation grounded in resolution. Second topic education only informed clash over immigration policy can create capable advocates and legal scholars who can change dangerous immigration policy permission to do both the acts necessary to challenge those citizenship and unravel the government's United exclusion effort relegates those deemed disabled to third class citizenship. Hirschman Lincoln 2015. Can you pull up that card? The Hirschman Lincoln card. Just pull it up. In the 2AC blunt spec. Case laws and link the immigration policy capitalism remove immigration policy, which means we're a step in the right direction. Linked to public charge is used to exclude unproductive immigrants to stay in market park in 2011. Public charge has its profitable and restricting ambiguity qualification as to the public and public charge not subject to oversight by legislature. Of course, public charge determination city of arrested development has been on public frequently used mechanism within eugenics movement more recent turn events and culmination historical anti-immigrant political climate combination rapidly changing racial demographics and ever increasing speed and reach of global capitalism. All fails versus the old fails versus seeding political allows Trump to expand public charge support. Millions of Americans only living in a rule for 9 days, no seconds, caution, decide the alternatives like a hybrid, specific demands means it will be inevitably be cooperative cooperation. Tibet in 2018, commodification, Protestant era, Trump come to crowds, demonstrating people, protest, transition, something marketable projects, and mainstream liquid money to corporation, people, to mass movements, culture, messing, culture messaging involved absence specific demands corporation more easily clean causes companies shoehorns and tells social movements are compromised. Third is transition word as turns the K bar Heiser 2006 scale social needs cannot be ratcheted down without proceeding reducing serious harms and hundreds of millions. Transition will be catastrophic and that leads to a point of continuing foreign resource wars, increase poverty and sharp water need. Our strategies that produce effective economic activity and jobs must generate and resources expand and address poverty. Natural system must be exploited or achieve these. We cannot return to Eden now to courts. Agent counterplans are illegitimate and voting agents. They shift the focus of the debate onto Hoover's will undermine effective exploitation of topic and steals affirmative ground permutation due to counter permutation due to both shields and course and congressional action solves as godly Mitchell's 90 state courts are constrained institution that they can only affect change only when others reinforce the ruling and provide incentive for compliance. Judicial efficacy hindered by the limited regional constitutional rights only when the courts are used by others to leverage or shield or cover excuse and implement people can judicial action play a role and it doesn't solve the act ruling public charge as unconstitutional is the same repealing proves our public charge office remains on souls and courts fail first courts cancel they lack capacity to execute their own decision cannot overcome basic legislative obstacles. Franklin Kosaki 95 let courts lack institutional authority and implement their own decision to have to develop on their non-compliance was around their problems so with implementing and the public did not support it. Second is Trump circumvents the counterfeit ideology and empirics proved our claim. Third is court rulings as the jurisdiction and ports of anti-federal immigration of future exclusively use the INA when making an inadmissibility determination and Congress key to amend the INA's definition of public charge. Courts can't change the statute CP links to politics versus SCOTUS decisions are highly publicized and second is American public generally plays a presence on issues outside their control. Non-enforcement. Permutation due to counter reduce means the lesser interchange. Cleveland and Discover 92. Reduce means the lesser interchange. Permutation do both. Counterpart cancel word offers immigrants don't have access to state benefits. Due to counterpart seconds or eugenics offense has to do with public charge itself maintaining ableist for dependence and ingredient eugenic logic immigration law only eliminating public charge solves that government sanctions 2013. Third is only elimination solves public charge grounds still given inspectors flexible discretion to exclude immigrants. That's Hirota infrastructure. Extend all our thumbs to the RPTI evidence says that Trump increased the H-1B cap. It should have thumbed and also extend new Democrat Congress means small immigration bills are inevitable. It just means that there might be more immigration bills in the future. Yeah. They don't have a link. There's so-called link evidence. Talks about our restriction hurts agenda. We eliminate our restrictions. Thanks for the link. No, Trump has no plan history. Proves no real past them will give Trump a victory before 2020 Republicans hate gas tax. AP 212. Trump plan offered new specific history says no Trump initial proposal made the little Congress House Transportation Committee said he's not concerned about giving Trump a legislative victory before next year's election. GOP leaders have been so opposed to increasing gas tax heavy and sought to undercut state efforts to do so by calling if we raise the federal gas tax I may lose my election. DeFazio said that. Second is no details filled in and passed gas tax agreements climate friendly versus fossil fuel development and Trump will just XO infrastructure funding. Hannah 212 the proposal failed to gain traction. Administration ever have been eliminated any such legislature and a workable compromise for consider another hurdle will be agreeing on type of partial should be included prioritized pipelines export of oil and natural gas again, supporting Democratic any bill would likely to include measures addressing climate change. There are a number of unilateral actions available to President showing considering state actions, state environmental community, American Trump to other stakeholders. And third, it was funded and it's sufficient to solve the coal in 215. The eyes below our line believes in nationwide infrastructure spending was further investment below our progress we made towards improving funds vital infrastructure housing programs allow localities to compete for federal money upgrade and expanded families. Fourth is there's a very small chance that infrastructure bill will pass finals in 2019. Wait, never mind. Go to basis ad. Don't hold disabled immigrants hostage by Trump's white nationalist big always interested in design other rights agenda differentially able people with crazy condition for violence against other bodies that existential threats, fear of violence and insecurity caused by underground war violence, which means that the impact is symptom of its own free market that's used evidence extend Trump's makes war unlikely and advisors check cross apply all the other thumbs. China's tariffs target Trump's ensures decline base support. China 2018 had already been watched by the speculator China's tariffs targeting Trump's political base support. The tariff seems ultimately designed as a special agitation President Trump's residents, but the base doesn't care, so ideology inflicts on supporting them even on immigrant betrayal mentality encourages support instead of resentment. Peter 623 Trump says or does something that triggers outrage dozens of Trumpers describe something like a bonding experience with the president. There's resilience such as the level of unity among journalists that can help make it lower approval rating and media spin solves. They blame Congress and that's not Trump. Trump completely controls how the planet is spun. Supporters don't watch or trust the media.
Wait, so on base you only got to the
I got to
Bernstein.
Bernstein.
And on infrastructure, which ones did you read all of them?
I didn't read 4 and 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, start.
No.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, on the base, this had your China's tariffs argument. Like, so China was targeting Trump's base.
Yeah, Trump's white nationalist base, obviously
Like
they
how?
don't like China's tariffs, and China's tariffs, our argument is that China's tariffs is specifically targeted at Trump's base.
Like,
So like all the
like,
tariffs,
yeah, where in the card does it say that? Like, or is it just like speculation because
it had already been widely speculated that China's tariffs were targeting Trump's
So,
political
wait,
base of support.
it's just speculation.
Below there it says that the Chinese tariff list seemed optimally designed that especially agitates President Trump's red state base.
Okay, sure. Then the next card base doesn't care.
Yeah.
So what is it saying? Like, so like what is like this bonding experience?
Okay, so our
Like,
card basically
yeah.
says that like Trump supporters love him so much that even if Trump does things that they don't like, they'll still support him. Like,
Then
for
why
instance,
hasn't
our
his
evidence
base
talks about,
black? Oh, you never. Yeah.
it only proves that your dissent is like, doesn't make sense.
So even on immigration, where in the
Yes.
card does it talk about immigration?
Well, I mean, we just tagged it like that. Our card obviously talks about how when Trump does something that triggers an outrage, like if Trump does something that his base doesn't like they describe a bonding experience, I guess. Like,
So how does so you say media spin, and then right after that you say like supporters don't watch the media. So which one is it? Do they?
no, ignore the Bernstein evidence. I didn't read it anyways.
Okay, sure. Okay, on the non-enforcement counterclaim,
Yeah.
Asian counterclaim, why are we like implicit in Asian?
Oh, I accidentally put it there. I read agent counterclaims on the
my
course
bad.
flow.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. And also, wait, just really quickly on CAP, did you read Hirschman and Linger?
No, because I accidentally deleted the card from it.
Oh, so wait, do we just like ignore it? Or?
I mean, just pretend I read it because
Sure. Alright, and
I mean I read the tag, so it's still a perm.
okay. Okay, finally, going back to case. So public card, like where in our and where in our card does it say public charge is the reason for deportation? Like the
It's
first
our
one.
card.
Oh, so this card meaning Hirota?
Yeah.
Oh,
where is our
okay.
card?
There's 375.
Oh, are there? Wait, I'll just see. Could you send a version that's like? Wait, could you send a version that's just like the concept?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you like not prep for us?
Yeah, now.
Thank you.
Turn up the microphone.
did I turn it off?
No.
I think it's the
Right.
headphone thing. It's not. It's the headphone thing right there. No, no, right there.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Well, no, no. Well, I don't.
Wait, it's that one.
Yeah, I
I think there's a red light on the podium.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know how to turn this off?
Just start pulling wires.
Yeah, just pull up all the wire.
Okay, I sent it.
It's not cracked.
Yeah,
So
you,
I think we're good.
yeah.
It's off.
Think so?
It's all.
Well, it may not be on, but the sound's out.
Did you send it?
Yeah.
Am I doing it?
Sorry about it.
See if there's any power, like press power.
Just turn the volume all the way down.
Give me a hammer.
Alright. Do you have a hammer? Every problem looks like a nail. Or is it the other way around?
No, that's right.
Do you have a nail, every solution looks like a hammer?
No, it's I do have a hammer everywhere. Corey Turoff's in town this week, and I was like, I gotta take you to this Italian place. He's like, in Taipei? I was like, I got people who can vouch, man.
Yes, 6:19. The order is, the non-enforcement, oh wait, yeah, the non-enforcement counterclaim. Wait, actually, before I start, I'll take a were there any voters other than Kondo and Asian?
They didn't recall.
Oh, so just Asian voters? So the order will be, the non-enforcement counterclaim. T. Oh, sorry, the non-enforcement counterclaim, the K. T. Courts. Framing. Then the advantage.
What's the last one?
Then the advantage. So. One, two, yeah.
Wait, you just.
Yeah.
Wait, and like what you meant was you only read it. Okay, stop.
Agent.
Agent, I only read
Only
agent.
that, right, okay. I'll send out the cards now.
we're not going for necessary legal immigration only involves LPR status as defined by the INA and the Immigration Act of 1990 that says Chang Abdi app violates non-immigrants who are applying for LPR can be found inadmissible under public charge sensibility evidence on the interpretations to be they include non-immigrants. That's expertise of voter. It wouldn't say it destroys limited literature based on immigration is already super broad, expanding it to non-immigrant visas and other non-topical aspects of literature base infinitely large. Suicide Rex if the app can make non-topical apps, they can spike net ground office like the brain drain data temporary counterplay by saying that the app includes a counterplay. Their counter-interpretation around the adjustment of status precision is the guiding principle. Our definition is based on current statutory authority. That's the most legally precise and cleared by line literature. Controversy over temporary versus permanent residence is the best academic expert of the debate. The core controversy of the topic that's clear to effective advocacy skills and statutory definition of immigrant is lawful permanent residence. The most precise understanding of the term. McLaren intent immigrants survive at the statutory as permanent residence as the word that's common. Use often labels immigrants meaning of the non-citizens have been present while to say, and their interpretation is just bad for debate. Adjustment of status and close limits even more messy. Of legal non-immigrants include all people legally present employment for sure are traders and medical diplomatic students, CBS, traders for investors and foreign investors. And next to the standards, limits outweighs the faster receive argumentation and clash over specific topics regarding which is better for educational value and competitive equity interests. On both sides have an incentive to prepare and engage in third and fourth level analysis. Only rigorous debate can provide a long for non-topical LPR apps exclusive topics. Here's a list of non-LPR visas. There are literally hundreds. SSA 18. I'll insert this graph in here, and they say the AFGRON DA. What is that? Education is arbitrary. Every 2 weeks thinks that their app is educational. They have to win why their app is intrinsic to education, or else everything else could be topical just because it's educational. 2 is the case list. We allow for apps that increase caps on permanent visa categories, employment-based visas, including EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, EB5, per country visa caps, family visa caps, permanent status for entrepreneurs, special immigration visas. 3 is advantage for immigration affects the economy, international law, diplomacy, hegemony, relations with other small countries. All that affects diversity debates, even if the raw number of apps is small. 4 is depth of breadth. SC09 as study proposed to high school students to study for your topics, but studying them have a greater advantage for using of your studies and that's a greater way to prepare students for success. They say expertise is not a voter. No, we still lose ground. So like this just as a temporary complaint putting non-immigrant visas. There's no warrant in this argument anyway, so they should evaluate. They say legal precision in case and they argue that it doesn't matter if they still limit the topic, they over limit the topic. They say functional limits, functional limits don't check yes there, so if they said the absolute has to be, but those arguments are still too nice for sure. They said to have better, more interesting debates. Also, they didn't give any examples of what these would actually look like. They say reasonability, competing interpretations is the best option, optimize the benefits debate rather than making them good enough because debate has intrinsic value. Also, reasonability is bad. It makes no risk option for the office arbitrary. These have to decide what is reasonable and what isn't. They also are reasonable, which was of course counterplan. First of all, agent complements. What is agent complements are the same thing as changing the actor when changing the entire implementation advocacy of the plan. Their definition means very competitive counterplans is big, which destroys next round. Shoots the fact that the counterplan is a net beneficial proves that the agent is just as important to policy making mandates. 3 is class reinforce the affirmative to justify their actor. 4 is education agent counterplans. 4 is research specific on the agent.